Tonight, the Fox 8 I-Team has uncovered confusion over the COVID-19 vaccine. And watch as we start asking questions. The I-Team is uncovering confusion surrounding the city of Cleveland and the vaccine.
And I-Team reporter Ed Gallick took hard questions to City Hall about the shots and what happened to some of the doses.
The I-Team going where Cleveland firefighters and paramedics go to get the COVID-19 vaccine. The mayor's office not telling us how many rescue workers have gotten the shots and how many doses may have been unused. Yet here a worker sent us back to City Hall. I'm sorry?
Mayor's Office of Communications for all public information requests.
Yeah, we've already been in touch with them. Just last week, the city started giving the shots, yet multiple sources confirm some confusion over who's next in line, even how many doses were needed each day. The vials have to be used within hours when taken out of storage. We asked for the number of first responders vaccinated and how many doses have been thrown out. A city spokesperson wrote, quote, "We are still in the process of vaccine distribution. We will reconcile data at the appropriate time." Multiple sources confirm even in the first couple of days, a call went out to Cleveland police. Officers found they could get the vaccine, but only if they could hurry downtown. Officers at that point not scheduled to get the vaccine, but they learned suddenly there were leftover doses.
Who's more at risk than the first responders and healthcare workers?
Councilman Mike Polensik also asking questions of the mayor's office, expecting safety forces to get the vaccine quickly with not one dose unused.
We need to get to the bottom of that. We need to make sure that our people are all protected. We know how deadly this is.
You may be surprised, only about 400 out of 700 firefighters signed up for the vaccine. Earlier, the firefighters union spoke about that.
There are other members who are taking a wait and see approach on the vaccine, and that's their right.
For a moment.
Meantime, some in the command staff got the shot before rescue crews running the streets. And now, mystery swirling around the shots. Okay.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Ed Gallick, Fox 8, I-Team.
Now, the mayor's office also told us we could file a formal records request, a process that often takes weeks, even months. The Fox 8 I-Team has uncovered a Cleveland connection to a cruise ship now stuck in Japan, quarantined because of dozens of passengers sick from the deadly coronavirus.
On board, great-grandparents from here in Northeast Ohio, now caught in the middle of a world health crisis. I-Team reporter Ed Gallick live with us tonight to tell us more.
How about this cruise catastrophe? A local couple took a cruise through Asia, now can't get off the ship, can't come home because of the coronavirus. Messages sent to Northeast Ohio from that cruise ship anchored off the coast of Japan. We are quarantined. 41 more people taken off the boat. Ship is ordering 14 days of supplies. Those messages sent back to this woman. Her mother and stepdad are aboard the Diamond Princess, not going anywhere since dozens of passengers have tested positive for the deadly coronavirus.
So we do worry. Panic is not useful in any situation, of course, but we're concerned for sure. It sounded like it would be a couple days while they screened all the passengers, but it very quickly became a more major thing.
Started as a great vacation, luxury cruise through Asia for a couple of great-grandparents from about 30 miles outside of Cleveland. But the Diamond Princess now stopped. 2,500 passengers quarantined, mostly stuck in their rooms. Passengers taken off the ship if they test positive for the coronavirus.
They are allowing people in small groups, it's tightly controlled, but to go up to the top decks for short periods of time. They have to wear a mask.
This is the stateroom.
Some passengers have sent out video of their rooms or spoken out to a worldwide audience.
We're ready to get off this boat.
We've been ready.
For 30 days.
And we just don't feel like we're safe.
The folks stuck on that ship should have been home by now, but instead, not clear yet when they might be able to fly back into Cleveland. In fact, even once they get off the ship, no telling what kind of screening they might have to go through coming back into the United States. The local passengers didn't want to be identified. Princess Cruises says it hopes the quarantine will end around the 19th. Meantime, the cruise line offering free internet and phone service to passengers and more. The local couple wrote, "I thank God we are well, warm, fed, and entertained and able to keep in touch with our loved ones. What a story. Back home now, healthy, and now sharing how they survived the deadly coronavirus. Meet a Portage County couple caught up in the health scare sweeping the world.
I'm very glad to be home. Trust me, I'm really glad to be home.
Unpacking bags, finally relaxing back in Portage County. Leo and Diane Mastak speaking out to the I-Team, now enjoying a homecoming and reunion after Leo spent weeks in a Japanese hospital recovering from the coronavirus. And Diane spent weeks alone, quarantined in a room, hours away, until days ago.
I couldn't keep my hands off of her. I mean that in a good way.
It reminded you of how much you really needed each other,
Yes.
and how many things you do for each other.
The couple took a cruise. Hundreds of passengers ended up infected with the coronavirus, including Leo.
We tested everybody on the ship over the age of 80. Other than that, he thought he just was, tired of getting a cough or something, just nothing serious.
I felt no different than normal. I had a slight cough in the morning.
Leo didn't notice any significant symptoms, but he says doctors also found he had pneumonia. That led to weeks apart in a foreign country for these great-grandparents.
There was a lot of loneliness. There was nothing in the room. No radio, excuse me, no TV.
Separation from our family was probably the worst part of the whole thing.
That was the worst part.
Diane and Leo just flew back from Japan, now cleared to come back into this country and cleared to go anywhere they want. If anyone has any questions, they now have government and medical documents saying Leo has recovered and Diane has a clean bill of health.
Paramedics and EMTs say the coronavirus is impacting how many people are calling for their help. Fox 8's Maya Belai explains how the virus is posing new challenges and how it's impacting first responders.
In cities big and small, the rush to save lives is never ending. And now there's added risk for first responders.
Every day when we come in now, we all feel that there's a little bit of nervousness.
The main concern is exposure to the coronavirus.
I've been in this field for 24 years, and I've never seen anything like this event that's happening now.
Life Care Ambulance Incorporated provides emergency EMS services to 160,000 people in northern Lorain County.
It is evolving a lot quicker than we had thought that it was going to.
The virus is posing new challenges and threats to patients and the safety of paramedics and EMTs.
Between every single patient now, we do a full decontamination of the entire ambulance.
First responders here say they have enough equipment to do their job safely.
I've never gone on a call and been like, maybe I shouldn't use the gown because there might be a call that might necessitate it more.
But there's always a worry about the health of their families.
This is so contagious. Everyone just has that little bit of nervousness about, if I get it, I may take it home to my family.
There are some people, I don't have kids personally, but there are coworkers of mine that have kids that, want to go straight home and shower before they even have any contact with their kids, and I know that that's been hard on some of them.
As the crisis continues to unfold.
We're every day, risking exposure to this because that's what we do. We understand the risks, and no one has refused to come in and take those risks.
First responders say they will adapt and adjust to be there for those in need of help.
We are all under a lot of stress, and a little bit of compassion right now goes a long way, and we all just need to remember to be kind, and we're all fighting for each other.
In Elyria, Maya Belai, Fox 8 News.
Like the man said, that's what they do. Thank you, Maya. Life Care says its calls are down overall. They believe it stems from a fear of going to the hospital for treatment during this pandemic.
This is dangerous.
55-year-old Kevin Harris of Warren talked to us through the internet Thursday and shared how he is recovering after being diagnosed with the coronavirus last week.
They say I might have the cough a couple months.
But the good news, his breathing is better and he is slowly getting his strength back.
I push through them breathing episodes. They're not as bad. They don't peak out anymore with me throwing up or, clutching the bed. Now I can actually move about. I can breathe.
Harris, a father of four, is currently at Mercy Health St. Joseph Warren Hospital. This is video he shared on his social media page showing a person wearing protective gear at his bedside.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you.
All right, see you tomorrow.
Harris has been in the hospital for 11 days and says it's very important to follow the advice of health professionals.
I just want them to be careful, take care of themselves, and practice social distancing. Okay, that is not a joke.
He says he expects to make a full recovery and he may be released from the hospital soon. He needs to test negative for the virus twice before being released.
So they're trying to control the cough and trying to control the headache. But it's tough. But hey, don't get me wrong. I am so glad to be here.
In Warren, Peggy Gallick, Fox 8 I-Team.
The COVID-19 pandemic has been especially hard on residents at nursing homes and their families. Jack Shea has a story tonight of a local man who will not allow the virus to stop his visits to see his ailing wife.
Twice a day, 88-year-old Ophanel Davis makes a loving pilgrimage to the Liberty Nursing Home in Mansfield. Ophanel is here to see his 87-year-old wife, Mildred, who is suffering from the effects of dementia. He says sometimes Mildred recognizes him, sometimes she does not.
It's the only thing I can do. I mean, it's my salvation to come here every day. That keeps me going.
Because of coronavirus protocols, Ophanel can only express his love for Mildred outside a window at the nursing home.
You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know if I ever see her again. That's what it is.
He says even though Mildred has been robbed of so much, he is hoping that she understands why he comes to see her every day.
I'm with her. I'm going to stick with her forever.
Ophanel and Mildred Davis have been married for 67 years. They grieved together when their only child, a son, passed away 10 years ago, and celebrated together the successes of their grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
What does Mildred mean to you?
Everything. She means everything to me.
Ophanel Davis says in recent years he did the best he could to take care of his wife at home. But after she was found wandering in the street by Mansfield firefighters, he decided he had no other choice but to place her in the nursing home. Their love affair has inspired the nursing home staff that Ophanel counts on to care for Mildred.
One of the most beautiful love stories that you hear. He is so dedicated and loves her so much.
Ophanel Davis says he is looking forward to the day when the COVID-19 crisis is over and he can spend more quality time with his Mildred.
Our goal right now is to make it to her birthday, June the 9th. I don't think I would have made it very long without her. That's how much she meant to me.
Jack Shea, Fox 8 News in Mansfield.
That is a love story right there, Jack. Thank you so much. At the end of each visit, Ophanel likes to leave snacks for his wife and her friends at the nursing home.